Yes. Okay. The YouTube should be on now. LPR YouTube should be on now. Thank you so much for checking. The way I kind of skip it right. Yeah. You know, I don't know why. I think one of the things we need to start talking, and I'm wondering here, you and I know it, every other person, regardless of whatever job that you're doing in this country here. Let's do a little bit brain teasing here. If they hire you, if you went in there today and you are confirmed, they give you that position. What is the first basic thing do they do? Let's do brain teasing here. I'm wondering what are they do those things here. Dr. Jones, Collins, back on. If you are hired, you apply, you go to HR, they hire you. This is your job. You will accept it. You will, we honor your applications. You will get this job. What next?
Yeah, but don't also forget, CEO, we are running a tier war system. What you're saying is 100% correct. There are policies governing HR employment, and you are told exactly what to do. But as Mr. Collins rightly put it, I strongly want to believe that arrogance and flamboyancy have permeated the rank and file of the information ministry, where people just get on the information ministry. One of the cardinal functions of the information ministry is not just to be talking all over the place. No. How many times you heard the information ministry secretary in the federal level talking in this place? They talk once in a blue moon. There are a whole lot of things under there they need to be doing. So if your minister will gather and make regular statement that will undermine the spirit of engagement and working together, that's very serious. You see, that's very serious. So the question now is, everybody is at the information ministry speaking. Everybody is speaking. It's not supposed to be that way. You see, and getting back to your question, I think everyone should have a term of reference. Everyone should be able to have a term of reference at the information ministry, and they should go by that term of reference. But as I stated earlier, we are running a tier war system. And so the missteps will continue to permeate the system. That's the reason why I don't blame His Excellency President Boakai when he's going astray, because he's also a byproduct of a tier war leadership. So I don't really blame him much. They're all striving to get there, including the team member that working with him. The all mentality now is within that tier war bracket. So everybody is speaking at the information ministry. I can be in the information ministry. My deputy just get up because the president appointed you. You will be recommended for suspension. You're not coming to bring disgrace to my office. It's not going to happen.
Okay, you're touching your seatbelt. The plane is about to go to break. The plane here, but I can tell you, I am the power in charge. If he can't take the plane, he can't take us safely. We will throw him in the sea and just then we'll go our own. The Liberal Progressive, good evening, welcome. Jerry was texting you or what?
No, I knew it was the time for the show, so
why are you always curious what I'm texting you? Is that your business? When you and your co-host be doing things, nobody question you. Why you always try to be poking into our business?
I didn't say question. No, but on a serious note, Liberal, good evening, welcome. The reason I'm asking is not just only the information, and I think this is a very serious thing that needs to be addressed in our country. For God's sake, they need to. I think this is where they need to spend money to hire people. People, it doesn't matter whether you open a fridge, you open a car for minister. There's something called job description. It tells you exactly what you're supposed to be doing. Orientation, all of that follows through with your job. Anybody working the money they eat, they not eat, they wake up, because they're closer to the president or closer or party, so, think that they don't even they don't have nothing. The other men will come from water and see what I call to defend the president. The other one will come from city corporation. What kind of business is that?
No, but CEO, I'm not even cutting you off. Even at the hem of the executive mansion, okay, the press secretary, she's underwater right now. The deputy minister, he want to comment on everything in the executive mansion that until the lady not even doing her job anymore. We can't be doing things like that. So if they want to respond to the terror war syndrome, then let us know we move to a different topic on the platform.
Okay, let's bring in.
Okay.
Oh no, go ahead, Terry.
No, yeah, I just wanted to add to that because I think we will also blame the legislature because the deputy minister also went through the process of confirmation. So, but again, you must understand that that boy came from Honor or Yombly and DeLong. So what do you expect? He don't have much experience when it comes to that level of governance. He don't have the experience. I doubt he even have the credential. However, it is the responsibility because again, politically, the president have to certify his political supporter, those who supported him politically, which happens in African leadership. But it is also binding on the House of Legislature to take action on these people, and the how you call it, the lower house, when a deputy minister or a cabinet minister go astray, the lower house have the power to call them and put them on the spot or issue a non-confidence in that particular person for the president to take action. Definitely, I thought that would have been a concern also for our legislature to take action by calling Daniel Sano for his gross disrespect to former president. I thought they would have done that as well because they are responsible to pressure the executive to make sure that the executive follow in order to do the right thing.
Oh no, I have a different view. It doesn't work like that. That's strictly executive. The executive points confirmation. Any other thing else, it is the responsibility of the executive. Unless otherwise, that appointees disrespect any of the lawmaker, then they subpoena you to call you for different stuff. Let's welcome the liberal progressive. The liberal, good evening.
Good, Mr. So thank you very much for recognizing the wonderful, wonderful political party color in Liberia. Liberty Party color is green, and for you to have all of your background and names and everybody else to be green tonight is wonderful. We appreciate it. Liberty Party is the best party in Liberia, and Liberty Party will tell you for sure that we are the best political party in Liberia. And for you to show green here tonight, I want to appreciate it and tell you that we do appreciate it. However, the conversation I had, Mr. So, look, Liberia will not get better unless we, Liberians, want it to get better. What we're doing here is just jawbone exercises. That's all it is. These people want job. When they're running campaign, you remember that song, what's his name? Diabo used to sing. Everybody want to become president, and then the people start promising plastic bag and all that kind of stuff. It's the same thing here, Mr. So. These people come into these positions. They're saying that they're telling people we can do this, we can do that. When they're ready to criticize, when they were criticizing President, we are his people. You believe, many of us believe that yes, these young people will come in and they will straighten things up.
Not all of us. You and Jerry.
Mr. So I said some of us.
Okay.
I said some of us.
Oh, you start saying Jerry, we are saying us. Yo.
Okay. So they say, oh, we can do this, we can do that. Now the common Ministry of Information They are unable to organize themselves. And what's killing this government? It's not because the president is unable to govern. It's not because the president is not. He go places people feel and believe in him and trust him, and they give him whatever he asking for. However, the information process, there's a disconnect between the president and the people of the Republic of Liberia. The people who are in between these different ministries that's supposed to educate Liberians on whatever it is that the president trying to do. The agenda of the president and the rest agenda that he's talking, who talk about it nowadays? Most of the people, the only time you hear the rest agenda is the president talk about it in detail. Many of the ministers, they come over there, they just...
Who is responsible for that?
Mr. Soul, I'm not here to do your responsibility.
No, because you're trying to sell out
Mr. Soul, Mr.
No,
Soul, I have the right.
Let me tell you right now, I have the right to bring you to a call. I am moderating. You're not just going to come here and start flying something and try to avoid thing, and you want to.
So where your question? Where your question? Where your question?
The question is, these people that were placed there.
I don't know. So let me move on. My answer to your question is I don't know. Let me move on. Let me say what I want to say. I don't know where, but you're not gonna. You think code house here for you to play that audio. Play A. That liquor talk. Everybody know that liquor talk. You ain't coming to come scare me here tonight. That thing you just hold over my head now every day. Hold it over. Well, yeah, play Terry, I thought about you. Dr. Mali, I thought about you. Mr. Bako, I thought about you. So play now. So that liquor talk, everybody know that liquor talk. I came from Calabar, Kalish. What's the name of that club again? Kalish Bar or Calabar, whatever club it is. But no, on a very serious note, Mr. So, the people who supposed to pass their deficit right now, that is going to drag the government.
So you boss on the show tonight?
Yeah, well, where's Terry coming from? I'm not confessing.
Since you left that your Zoe Bush, you're not strong that the way I knew you. That strength, that's yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, the point here, Mr. So, the lack of information to our people, proper channel, is really dragging this government of mouth totally.
No. Okay, let's be honest here. Is that something we should be? Anybody imagine us coming to this point to be talking about that as well? Those are things that we talk about.
So, Mr. So, when you say these things, it's like you're telling a 12th grader, someone who's in a 12th grade. They say you're telling a 12th grader why you don't know your SSO. That's Prima 1. That's Prima 2. That person said they in 12th grade. They've been promoted throughout. They're in 12th grade now. Then they don't even know their SSO. And you want to blame the teacher who is teaching them in 12th grade now to blame them for their lack of knowledge on SSO back in Prima 1? Is that what you're telling us here? These people, they were campaigning for the president. And they made the president to believe that they have the ability to do X, Y, and Z.
The president agree with them?
Of course, that's why he gave them the job.
So then who is on the wrong side of history?
Mr. So it's not you see, that's one thing.
No, you don't like to be
Mr.
honest.
Mr. So it has nothing to do with honesty. I will not. This is what I'm telling you. The president believed in them when they told him that he have the ability. He gave them the job. You want me to say then the president, they fool the president, all that kind of... Yes. Listen to my conversation with the Minister of Public Works yesterday. And if you just one clip of it, if you listen to it, and that's not just the minister. Okay, that's not just.
I'm talking about what we are discussing.
Okay, just hold on. That particular conversation, it was just like maybe 2-3 minutes, not even that much. But that is the system that every one of you minister do these things. I asked him. I said, Mr. Minister, the president said he's not an engineer. The president told us that no car gonna get stuck in 100 days. And I said, even on my own show, I was making fun of it to say the president said no car going to get stuck in 100 days. Why? Because it's going to be summertime. I asked you, I said, Mr. Minister, you all know very well that you cannot build or even rehabilitate a road in 100 days. And you're talking about 786 kilometers of road. You knew you were not going to make it. Did you go back to the president? He said, yes, we went there. I said, did you tell the president that this is not possible? He said, no, because we were going to work on it. And whatever happened next, we will let him know. Why would you do that? And he's not alone. They all do those things.
Okay. You're not answering my question. Let me bring co-host Dr. Mali.
Co-host my foot.
This is a problem that we will continue to have when we have the Jerry back on the liberal type. Who just
so where you coming? Where Dr. Mali coming say now that that you calling him co-host? Where you want him to come tell you now that you calling him co-host?
Will you please start interrupting the program? Your interruption will not be accepted here this evening, please. We were very peaceful here. Don't come and don't get me.
But no, we're all here. We're all here as contributors.
Yeah,
to
until when you,
why do you want to distinguish? Why do you want to have that kind of distinguished title, co-host? Co-host where? We're all here to contribute. Look at him talking to his mic mute. He can't hear anything. So the co-host you got here, the way you want us to come do here today.
Yesterday, Gerald Bachman was a co-host. Nobody raised anything. Don't go ahead, Mr. Dr. Mali. This guy, he's looking for unnecessary attention. I'm not going to pay attention to him.
Yes, I think we need to arrest some of these ongoing situation because if you have a terror war government,
there we go.
With terror war followers and diehards,
there we go.
These kind of utterances shouldn't be surprising because we know very well where the blame is supposed to go. But instead, we circumventing it because we still want to be that indirect loyalist. You see, the fact of the matter here is that the president and his team, the president said you are going to bring people on board to help him run the system. He brought them on board and they are running the system. The question now is, are they running the system at the expectation of His Excellency? If the answer is no, the president will take action. If the answer is yes, the president will not take no action. That's not the first time.
Assumption.
That's not the first time. Even the public works minister went dancing in millions of dollars. What happened? He's still getting a paycheck. Now the rest, the chief for commerce, the minister, he been having a whole lot of missteps. What happened? It's okay with the president. Mr. Collins just said on one of the occasions, the president will not take action. Because why? Whenever the president don't take action, that's an endorsement. This is not the first time. And I agree with Mr. Collins. The president is not action, even on the record made by the deputy minister. It's not going to happen. So the president believes in these people, and I think they are performing to the expectation of the executive branch of government, headed by His Excellency.
Is it a replay of the CDC government? We see how.
Yeah. Why would you want to compare?
CEO, I think you need to use the Chinese phone now. It's appropriate that you apply the Chinese phone and all the Chinese tools to silence certain things going on this platform tonight. If you never use it, I'm advising you.
My finger on it right now.
Very good. We are going into this.
You guys are threatening me. You guys are threatening me to silence me. That's why you can't afford to threaten to silence me on this wonderful platform here. You using
CEO,
Chinese phone.
CEO,
My phone
today,
was
CEO,
got it. Yeah.
today is not Monday, today is not Tuesday. So the Liberty is showering us tonight, and we have to speak in our line. However,
Yeah.
the United Party-led government, quote unquote, the rescue team, is playing strictly into the playbook of seditions.
Seditions. Let me bring in Terry here. Terry is the moderator. Mr. Bacon, please be patient. When I'm ready, I will come to you, okay?
What a night. What a Friday night. What? Jesus Christ.
So, Collins, on a serious note, we have two folks here who are just in a natural, I don't know, it's natural or supernatural or deliberate, whatever. I try to figure out what to title it. That in a complete denial of anything being wrong. Now, if you have these kind of people as such within the proximity of a decision policy maker, then we're going to do the same thing. And I asked a question, he avoided the questions, he dodged the questions, he went way back and bring in all kinds of stuff. Do you ever anticipated us having this sort of conversation where this misstep over misstep, the repetitions of what happens we talk about? Oh, the people are plenty of money in the national security, 20 million now, no, we're bringing car, flying all over the place. Anybody, anywhere, like online, the same way in the CDC government was coming in the defense of the president. That when they call the president, they think they're calling their wife name or whatever thing, and they just get in your skin. You ever thought us getting to this point? It's a complete disaster that is ongoing, and the government needs to control this. We are saying the best thing to help this government to get on the right footing. But guess what? You have Jerry Bacon, you have the liberal progressive here, who are saying things on the other, from the different side of the world. Let me hear you, then I'll come to Mr. Bacon. Mr. Bacon will give you a day, don't worry.
Yeah, Mr. So that is very sad because I, for one, did not really expect them to be doing this at this time. It's too early for that. But again, sometimes it's good to start early because let somebody say when you take the laser, anywhere you carry the laser, soon you put it down, the first thing we'll do with tape pusher. That means, people don't hide themselves. But I think that this government has been performing poorly in the last 6 months or 8 months. And if they don't recollect themselves, they are heading for a downfall. The government are heading for an early downfall. And the kind of news we're hearing right now coming, that is an early downfall. There's a signs of an early downfall. The first place I expected President Walker to have taken action was on Miata formula. Miata formula was going to be you are going to take action on Miata formula, take action on his chairman for the party, the United Party. He lost those two opportunities that set me on a that made me to start to speculate. The next thing he did was to not allow for this guy to come in, which was John Malou. When they sidelined John Malou, it made me to understand how I began to say, I even said it to Labor one time, I said, Labor, does this not scare you for them to sideline John Malou?
What did he say?
Huh?
What was the response?
Well, now, that's the Liberal. You know how to spin it. The man is a political guru. But yeah, so now
it's honest. Now guru can be honest.
It came to Amin Moda. When Amin Moda first did that thing with the rest issue that embarrassed the president, I said it was a clever opportunity for the president to reprimand Amin Moda in front of all his cabinet ministers because Amin Moda is his relative. If he does that, the people will know that he's drastic and he's determined to fight corruption. When the president failed to take action in these regards, I knew that his government was heading for a slippery slope. And then later on, we hear that Eugene Fagon slapped somebody. Nothing came out of that. He said he the ball. The other person did that. The other person jumping, so they want jumping. So now we're hearing a lot of people are just calling for money. They just go to the finance ministry get them money. LRA buying people car with or any proper public procurement process. So
CSA, you want to talk about the CSA boss before I go to Jerry Bacon? Who anybody talks about the president rather than just fire people in a kind of way?
The people are not afraid of the president. It's just almost like, to be honest, I never wanted to say it, but I have to say it because I want President Boga to take action. It's just that President Boga is sleeping. It's just like he's not in charge. I'll give it back to you, Mr. So.
Do you agree with me, Mr. Bacon?
No. See, when you rather talk to me, they say that it's not admissible in court, any rule of law. You as an analyst, or they say this. No. That's look. You get fired, you get complete evidence when you make this statement. So that's one of the points. But yeah, let me talk to Mr. Dr. Miller. Dr. Miller first. Here's the thing. Are you insinuating, or is an indictment on the president of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency Joseph Numa Boakai, at a tier war mentality? That's what you are saying tonight. What do you expect? That tier war. So Mr. Boakai fought in the tier war mentality. I think you should retreat that statement or retract it. All right? But here's the thing. His Excellency Mr. Boakai, if you're a man of passion, if you're a man with experience, and of course, there's something has gone wrong, and he will deal with it. Doesn't mean that it's not going to be dealt with. But here's what I want to make. Here's what I want to make clear here tonight. His Excellency Mr. Boakai, it's not if Mr. Boakai appoint me a janitor tomorrow. It is my responsibility to make sure that floor is then kept clean. He's not going to hold my hands and say, "Oh yeah, Jerry, you got to go clean the place." No.
What happens?
Hold on. It's my responsibility because the president had a competency. Say, Jerry, you are a janitor to be, or you are the chief constraint. In fact, they don't get janitor anymore. They call it sanitary, they call it chief sanitary or something to get intervening anyway. But yesterday, when the president appointed you to the position, it's your responsibility. You're not a baby. You're not a child.
Responsibility, then what next?
What? Say that again.
If the president appoints you to do your job, your responsibility, according to you to perform, and you are not doing your job, then what next?
Well, you said at the way of the way of the pressure of the president. So he had a right to say, you know what, Jerry, this is not your place. You can go in somewhere different.
Is that experience being exhibited?
That's what I'm saying. It's a man who are taught as a man who take into consideration before he makes decision. He's not just going to go and say, okay, this is right here. There'll be your reaction list. When something happens, he just go take the airway and do it. No, it's a matter of thought.
That's not what I'm saying.
But that's what I'm telling you.
Yeah, your own words say he appoints you. Yes, I do not expect the president to go behind when he gives me an assignment. I expect that assignment to be executed and report to the president. On the flip side, if I'm not doing it, it's on who?
It's on you. It's on you. Oh, because I pointed you, it's your responsibility. It's not on me. It's not on the president. It's your own. Oh. That's your own negligence. That's you. You are irresponsible as an individual. So don't tie it to the president and say, "Oh, because of the president, he's the head." That's ludicrous. No, hold on. That's ludicrous. Hold on. That's a ludicrous. That's a ludicrous. Yeah? No. That's you're incompetent. That means you are incompetent to do the work. You know what? That you are incompetent. If you send me today, hold on. Let me give you something. Let me give you your own paper. If you send Jerry Bacon as a security analyst on the place, there's a security matter here, Jerry, you must go there to do it. If I don't do it, will they hold LPRC and say, let me say LPRC, will they hold LPR and say,
a long time you gone. You think I'm going to say
Thank you. But that's my point I'm making. That's my point. That's my point. That's my point.
So I'm asking you, if he who appointed those people, those are the same.
The president he has elected. He appointed it.
Those are the same thing we talked about yesterday within the George Weah government. We found out that there were a lot of people that were misplaced, and we saw what happened to him at the end of the day. And those president, because of friendship, political reason, social attachment, different variety of reason, guess what? He kept those people because he was never willing to make those tough decisions. That's the same thing. You support this president. I think you should be brave to say that. Look, Mr. President, there are some people who are not helpful to this government. If it continues, tough decisions should be taken. That's what I expect. Instead, you want to walk a political line here.
I'm not working on political line. I say it's your responsibility when the president appoints you. It's your responsibility to exhibit leadership in that position that you're holding. Hold on. It's your responsibility to make sure that you exhibit because the president have a confidence in you. If you say you are a minister of whatever, it's your obligation. If you're not doing the fulfillment of the job, you know what? The president have the right to say, you know what, this is not working for you.
Wait a minute, Terry. My eyes, instead of the head, my eyes are all hurting right now. So Jared Barcon and the Liberal, they are telling us the president appoint these people, they are not doing everything up to them. So we're going to keep them there for the next 6 years as it was.
No, you see, you are misquoting me. That's not what I said. Listen to me and listen very well. I said when the president appoints you, your first question he asked was, if they call you tomorrow, what are the first thing you're going to do? Okay? That's a question he asked, and you and Mr. Toh were talking about it. Excuse me. But here's my point I'm saying here. If the president appoints you, whatever position, it's your responsibility to execute to what you're supposed to do. The president not going to babysit you? To babysit you? No.
I agree with that. So then the second part of my question was, we send you to DEA. And the reason the president sent you is to combat drugs, but instead, more drugs continue to come in on your watch. So we should keep you there? That's, you're telling me, yeah, you will stay there. Because
no, listen. If the president called me tomorrow and say, Jerry, I want you to head the what did they need? The LDEA. These are policies that will put in place. There are changes that need to be made. First of all, let me say this to you.
Why are you putting the changes in place?
Because we want to improve the quality of life in our country and our citizens and our neighbor and our community. That's why you put changes in place. That's why make you a leadership. But that's why the president put you there, because the president knows that he pointed you there based upon your experience or based upon your qualification. That's why he put you there.
Okay,
that's why you bring.
Okay, great. I want to move on. On the contrary, you are not putting the policies in play. You are not doing anything to curtail, to bring to arrest all of those things. Should the president still keep you there?
No. I said it before. If you're not performing, let it go. I said it before. I'll say it again. If you're not performing to the certification or the certificate certify to the position you are occupying, there you go.
Okay,
you can be there, be occupying space.
Okay,
those I want to work, let them work. Those who don't want to work, go somewhere else and find something to do.
Okay, let me bring your fellow rescuer to see whether he's going to rescue you or he's going to take the life jacket. You're rejecting a man? The liberal? Are the liberal talking about it?
I'm not rejecting nobody. I say, listen to me and listen very well. The president is the responsibility to appoint you. That's why the Constitution provides for him. But it's your responsibility when the president appoints you, you have to take into consideration that the president appoints you, he has confidence in you, and appoint you to the position. If he cannot perform, the president won't resolve. If he can't perform, let you go.
Okay, let me bring in the Liberal Progressive here. I like to give people second chances, and let's see whether we can turn this camera off. Nothing guaranteed with the Liberal. Who knows where he's going to flip. But Liberal, look, we had this conversation in the past, and we saw the outcome. I don't know you to be somebody who can just go down the hill because that sort of rubber hill. We saw that happening. Do you think it is time for this president to take a second thought on some of these people, regardless of their political risk that they put out to get him to be where he is? But he does want to leave a legacy behind. There was a commitment to the Liberian people. We all saw that experience was one of the hallmark this president. So we anticipated, we all had a sort of educated guess that he coming in will be something different than what we saw the last 6 years. It might not be 100% perfect. It might not be, there will be a little bit hitches here, but it becoming, it literally is a regular routine now. This one do this one do this, from minister to this person, from minister. And much is not being done out of the decks of this president. Is that a good thing?
Thank you. Jerry, thank you very much for standing out to this conservative far right here again tonight. Thank you for not allowing him to bamboozle you to accept his line of questioning. I want to thank you. You don't need no rescue. You don't need. In fact, you're not in any trouble for rescue anyway. You really you're on the top of it. So there's no rescue coming from anybody here, let alone from someone else. But let me just say this here, Mr. So. Look, it doesn't matter how you frame this. You and your so-called co-host, we coming here again tonight talking about the government is operating in third world country. Mr. So, I am, and the floor is mine. He coming here and talking about people operating in third world. They live in Liberia. They want to operate with first world country. They live in Liberia. Liberia is a third world country. What do you want them to do? To operate outside of that framework? No. Wow. Mr. Soul, let me just tell you this. If he was living, if the country was in America, and you say the man operating third world, that means he's be operating like somebody in Liberia. But somebody in Liberia, then the person operating somebody in Liberia, then he said the person operating. What other war that he's first war? No, unacceptable. Let me say this, Mr. Soul. Back to my conversation with the minister. And this will tell you, this will inform you, and this will give you an inclination of who this president is. This president, as the people, the Minister of Public Works, people who build in the alleys on the waterway and things like that, they need to be removed. And the Minister of Public Works, as God could have it, decided to carry that policy right in the president community. People in the president community, people who build in the alleyway, they had a demolition. And the president apparently must have seen that. He invited the minister quick. And the minister was saying that yesterday. He said, he asked him, Mr. Minister, these people that your houses you're breaking down, you're in agreement with them? He said, yeah, Mr. President. Mr. Minister, you sure the people are not going to come cry because no, Mr. President, we pay them off. This is who this president is. He's not telling Minister of Public Works, thank you. You did this to let the people whoever cried at their business. But because he himself from Lofa County, my goodness. Liberia resides in him. He knows the culture. Even though these people, they're building in the alleyway, he knows that's wrong. But these are human beings. And he has that human being feelings on them, Mr. So. And therefore, he asked that question. Now, let me try to address your ridiculous question here, coming from a moderator asking some ridiculous questions. Let me help you out. Yes, if you are employed by the president and you are not working well, the president should fire you. But we are not talking about any other president. We are talking about honorable father of the nation, President Bakai. The man who brought people around him to suck from him their experience. Mr. So, you can sit down here and ask all your questions from now to Judgment Day. There's a saying from our home. You don't hang around stupid people. You don't hang around stupid people because what they get to offer you, nothing. You don't want stupidity. My pal tell me that where you going with that man? Where you in anyway? There's so stupid people working. The young people, I want you to turn this thing around tonight.
Tell us second, please.
Mr. So, please, the liberal, when you and your moderator were talking, co-host, when you and your co-host was talking, I didn't say anything. Please, let me learn.
Moderator, you're going to more than 6 minutes now.
Will you please protect me from this?
No.
No, you can. Hey, what kind of trouble is this today? Okay, I will still make my point. Mr. So I want you and your moderator to change your train of thought on this president tonight. The president, what I want you guys on a very serious note, what I want you guys, including Terry now, what I want you guys to take into consideration. Yeah. Terry slipping away from us much more. That was on our tape. I said, on our tape. I said, I don't trust it. I told you on our tape that you got.
I'll put my religious career on the line because sooner or later the people be saying
on the tape. Terry on the tape he got. I say I don't trust Terry and Sissy anymore. I don't even trust Jerry for real rescue. So that is tape he got. So
wow.
That's what I say on the tape. That's what
the only man JMB get from total. The only a crime man JMB get in Grand General County.
Yeah. So, but let me finish it. On a very serious note, let me say this. President Wakai has the experience, no deny. Nobody questioning it. If you, as a young man, the president asks you to work with him, you get in there and so, I mean, listen to Jerry, when Jerry explained when he go talk to the old man, when old man invite him to have a conversation, Jerry sit there, he will sit and then soak the experience from the old man. The old man have that. The quality people, they are not smart, those people in that baby. The minister in that baby, they don't suck milk bottle anymore. The people that are not baby, they call you to work, and you're not really working with the president. Let me wrap. No, let me finish. Let me finish. Let me I gotta learn. So the point here,
Lpr, you can't attack the CEO. You can't do that. It's unacceptable.
When you become public defense,
that's unacceptable. You can't. He gotta be protected.
Who invite you in the conversation? Nobody invite you inside.
When you begin public defense, I thought you were a key education officer. Now you become a public defense.
He's a PhD in education. Let me learn.
Hold on. This is absolutely unacceptable. You cannot attack a co-moderator. That is against our policy here.
What policy? You and Dr. Mari got policy now? Without the board notification.
And you get a Chinese phone policy when people call your phone coming down, so hurry up before my phone could die.
Okay. No, on a very serious note, Mr. So these young people who are working with the president, especially that guy that made that disrespected president, we are like that. Those people, the president most likely will talk to them. This is not how it's supposed to be. We're here to work together. We're not here to tear things apart.
Okay, thank you. Terry, we got to change topic here. Already, it's already.
CEO, before Terry come in, can I make one little interjection?
Oh yeah,
for Mr. Barker, I'm coming to the rescue of Mr. Collins.
Wow,
Mr. Barker, yes, you just said that most of the things Terry analyzed were hearsay. Was it hearsay on the report of the inauguration budget that still lying in Limo today? Is that hearsay? The outcome of the soldier wives demonstration report stay in limbo, it's a hearsay. When the public works minister went dancing in 22 million plus road issue, it's a hearsay. When the commerce minister made regular statement embarrassed His Excellency President Bouaka, was a hearsay. When President Bouaka brought in 285 yellow machine, circumventing the procurement law in Liberia, it's a hearsay. I rest my case.
You want me to respond?
You know, Jared, 1 minute before when you read it, say when Dr. Mali read will talk some ridiculous stuff. If you watch the show from now on, when you read will talk some ridiculous stuff, then you show a boy, so the camera on a boy, and you don't see a fake. Then you don't see a fake. That's just a boy. Then when you see him bang down, then you read will talk.
I'm defending Colin, Mr. Colin. Mr. Colin brought in some issue. The security analysts said those are all hearsay and they say. And those are things I just name off and ask what are these things are hearsay.
No, plenty.
And it is the COE, it is the COE that will authorize Mr. Bacon to respond to that. Thank you.
Jared, go ahead. Yeah.
No, Jared can go ahead. We have laws on this platform.
Wow. This is the man that was on the show the other day, Jerry. This is the man until Mr. Soul showed up. He was very much polite to us. Everything was real nice. Nothing, but look at it. Look at him tonight.
No. Liberal, that was an ambush.
Oh, okay. I forgot.
Do you want to respond, Mr. Bacon? We want to move on. We're running out of time.
Here's the thing. See, these are allegations. Somebody misappropriated. Are they how you have any proof to prove that people say they want $60,000, $50,000? Show me documentation that you can carry to the court of law that you will be able to prosecute that individual.
The inaugural budget. I hear say.
I said, do you have proof? You got evidence. Can you prove it now? Sure. Hold on. No, I just answering your question. I just answering your question.
It's a report out.
I just asked, is the report out? Thank you. But the question is going to come to you. The report out. Give me the report and say, Jerry, Mr. Bago, hold on, Mr. Mali. Mr. Mali, can you?
You said I hear say.
Yes. Show me.
Those are not hearsay. Go to Daily Observer.
Show me the
newspaper.
No. Go to Inquirer.
That newspaper. They're selling news. They're selling news.
Show me the corporate leader. I mean the body of evidence.
You don't believe your newspaper anymore in Liberia? You don't believe that again?
You know what? This thing here, honestly, Mr. Bacon.
The bosses that were brought on the executive mansion ground, and it caused a whole lot of noise. That hearsay.
That bosses were brought up. How many bosses I went there?
Oh,
how many bosses?
You don't know the story?
No, I'm just asking you a question. How many bosses was it? How many bosses?
Okay, not leave that one. The 22 million issue. That hearsay.
That road, the road your Liberian people ride on right now.
No, that hearsay.
Hearsay, the people spend the money correctly.
Okay. The minister went to beg parliament because they wanted to throw him behind bar. That hearsay.
Not hearsay, but he did something good. That's why they didn't throw him behind bar.
Okay.
All right.
Ceasefire.
This is it's a sad thing because we have the Jared Bacon and the Samson Toe type. It's a serious problem. It's a serious problem, but again, we just gotta stand firm. Okay, let's hit on the budget here before we go. The speaker, Samson, he always hang out with all kinds of people. The young that your friend, speaker that your friend, and they said, "Well, you're no longer in control of the budget." That's coming out of the speaker, even though it's being something is unusual. It's very unprecedented. The Liberal, I will make you to speak to this directly.
You will make me. You will make me to speak to it. Mr. Soul, I thought this was a platform of intellectual. I thought this was a platform where people come to discuss. You will make me. You sound like somebody like Putin tonight. I will make you. Go ahead.
Okay, you done?
Yeah.
This is what your friend said. We have lost control of the budget process, or just reform. Why?
Who said that?
Your friend Kofa.
In what context?
CEO that hearsay.
Wait, Dr. Male, will you please? Please, I mean, yeah, please. The liberal, when the liberal is speaking, let him have his free time to speak freely. Nobody interrupt you. Nobody trying to suppress your view. But here you are. I bet you, two of you, if we were in better yara, I mean, we were in laboratory, you're finna throw me in better yara long time ago. Two of you. The way y'all can talk, but the way y'all hit me, but we're in laboratory, you're finna throw me in jail. Some be part of small thing that better y'all gonna take me. So we're not in laboratory, we're here in America. Let me talk. Mr. So, when the speaker make that statement, when the speaker make that statement, it is not literally. The speaker he's speaking from a philosophical position. He's saying to the people, the budget will talk about it. But the whole hoopla, we're losing the war. And we're losing the war. So he said, it seemed like we're not in control of the budget. They are in full control of the budget.
He didn't say we assume. He said
I'm telling you, I know who Kofa is. So please, he said, we are not in control. If they're not in control, who will be in control? They are in control. But with the meeting he's saying there, if you look on the and you try to examine, and which I'm very good at, examining the behavior and the context for which this person is speaking, I'm very good at that. You will know exactly what he's talking about. So basically, Flanty Kofa, honorable.
Laughing at you.
I don't care. Honorable Flanty Kofa, the speaker, the best speaker, the not friend Thomas speaker there. This is the speaker of the time for us. He's saying these things to remind his colleagues we have a job to do. He's saying these things to remind the people of the Republic of Liberia that the House of Representatives is here to represent you. Don't worry, we are here to work for you. That's exactly what the speaker is saying, Mr. Soul.
Okay. We allow people to speak their mind. We just put down record. Jerry, Jerry laughing at a mentor nearby. All right. Terry?
Yeah.
This is very sad. Where we have people to be reconstructing cases that really don't work to be reconstructed, instead of just put the nail on the head to help the Liberian people to make informed decisions. I'm wondering, I have to find a way how, I don't know, that's how he present himself on the state radio. Just always there to be a cover-up person, the Michael Cohen type. I'm wondering to see that, but let me hear from you. I know it's almost 9:41.
Yeah, to be honest, I already expected Labor yesterday to really engage the public web minister, but the way he behaved, to be honest, even though we didn't have a show to talk about it, I was not enjoying him at all. I didn't enjoy him at all. Because that was the opportunity Labor had.
So, hold on one second. So
they don't come often.
So hold on one second, Terry. They milk candidates conversation you are giving, that's a different thing. You there on that side and you bring it here.
Yeah, and he came and made sure yesterday. So I said, but what Labor really doing? What you ready? You have face-to-face, one-on-one with a man who working in your area. The man is working in your area. I expected for him to deal with that man to the extent he will understand exactly. But Labor, in the end of the show, Labor started giving a number to the man for the man to call. You think that man will call you, Labor?
No, but that's why I didn't take his number.
I wanted you to tell that man what road design looks like. That's why I expected for you to have done.
He doesn't have the guts to do that.
That opportunity. But quickly,
let me no, before
no. Hold on, Terry is still speaking, please.
Quickly to the issue of the budget. Mr. Kofa.
No, you don't want to talk about the budget. You want you to talk.
No, but the budget we're talking about now, I was just throwing that one in there to just, you know.
But you finish with the voting, you finish with the labor
here
and
we
the
go.
next.
Yeah. Yeah, the budget, Mr. So, Kofa, you know, Kofa is saying that we lost control over the budget because Kofa cannot believe that he was sitting there and the boys spent $16 million and they did not know about it. Offshore expenditure. That is why Kofa said we lost control. Because the boys spent 50, I was looking at something here, $2.5 million for covert operation NSA. Covert. What you were doing?
Who want
Mr. Bako, can you explain to us?
Who want who?
Yeah, because can you explain to us what's going on here? Mr. Bako, because I say I can't understand it.
So sad.
I can't understand how Mr. Bako
I think that country needs to go on a trust issue.
2.5 million on covert operation to the National Security Agency. How you spend 2.5 million, Mr. Bako?
Dr. Jones.
You see, when you do it in a covert operation, it's not only a national. But let me say, Mr. Terry, let me answer it this way. It is time for to overhaul the national security. Here's the reason why. Okay. It is time for legislature to look at it for the establishment of the NSA in Liberia. Are they intended or extended? That's the thing, because you say you're doing covert operation, that means you're doing it outside your scope. You understand?
Samuel wanted to care with it, but
that's what I'm talking about. That's the point. So that's answer your question. So if you say you spend $2.7 million, that means you're going outside the country when you're doing covert operation. Let me give you, for example, Oliver North doing the Iran contract hearing. You know, that was a covert operation where he went out of the country. These are the things you do. So that's what it is.
When he took the Bible to Iran.
Thank you. Okay, go ahead, sir.
Let me say this.
I'm just asking Mr. Bacon because
let me say this to Terry. Terry, I understand your position. When I went onto the show yesterday, it was my intent to talk to the minister with respect to engineering stuff. But in this business, and I think you will agree with me, that when you engage people and you want to have some truth conversation, you engage them on a level that every one of you will be on the same page, so to speak. The minister is not an engineer. He took on if you listen to him yesterday, when I brought it up, I said, I don't want to question you from an engineering perspective and question you all the engineering technical issue. He said, no, I took the position at public work. Ask me anything engineering, and I'll try my best. So right there and there, it wasn't my intent to engage the minister to embarrass him. That's not what I want to do. I wanted the minister to give us some information from his perspective. What happened? Why did he come up with that kind of money? Why did they decide to give contract to people like that? And you saw the minister, he started naming some of the reasons. The first question I asked him, whether he was a consultant to East, he said, I was one of the first person that wrote against East getting that contract. So if I have not done that, the minister, if I ask him, question about roadway and spread of water on the roadway, he doesn't know those things. No. It would just be for me to go over there and start bringing those things up, and then when he doesn't answer correct, he looks embarrassed, and that's not good. And I didn't want to. That's what I said. I was hoping that Prince Tama, who happened to be my own little brother, would be with you tonight, because Prince Tama is a technical person. And if I ask some engineering question and Prince Tama is not able to answer, I will expose it. But I couldn't do that with the minister. Okay. You know? No. So that was the reason, Dr. Male Yamire. That was the reason.
I still think you missed an opportunity, though.
No, I agree with you. I felt bad. People call me as well. People call me. There are other people that say, well, you did well, because he's not an engineer. He's a I mean, I had to call it business person. But he's a manager. Okay, but he doesn't know the engineering aspect of it. Look, just one comment. I could have brought him down on that. He said the Ralphie Highway they're building, they already paved it, but he said they're gonna dig the asphalt from the existing position, dig it up and put concrete barrier in. He couldn't even pronounce the barrier correctly. That's the person I will come and talk to. When I ask him what type of barrier they're going to put in there, he doesn't know these things. And he keeps saying they have design team. They don't have a design team at Ministry of Public Works. They have reviewer. And because he's not an engineer, he doesn't know the difference either. So that's what I'm going to come here and say. Yeah, go ahead.
Lpr, this was a blatant betrayal.
Okay.
Blatant betrayal in conjunction with how you try to take us in the direction of understanding role, mechanism, and engineering. Now you came face to face with the devil responsible for this. And you decide to back down. Oh, that was a gross betrayal. You've been wishing to face the devil. You saw the devil and you succumbed. My God. The issue of trust now, I got to review it.
You leader of covert operation.
I'm telling you.
This is the thing.
I think you should challenge the minister. Then you come here now. Then we say, "Oh, Lpr, the way you took that car, now we believe that you're supposed to be the real public works minister." But you go succumb to it. You go succumb,
and that was the reason. And I told you, what did I say, Terry? I told you I don't want job.
No, you did not want to succumb, but you escaped. I mean, that was a betrayal, man, Lpr.
Well, if you feel like that, it's your opinion. You're entitled to it. But it wasn't my.
You've been crying to see one of the guys. You've been crying.
Mother, there are times our country people say the way you carry your hand up, you don't bring your hand down like that to cut the tree. If you do that, you're gonna hurt yourself. What good would he have done for me to ask the minister some engineering question and he couldn't answer it? What then? What?
No, but Lpr, that's the rule. That is the role of a thought-provoking journalist.
But that's not what you needed a covert operation. Let's say,
okay. That's what you said, that in your village, people don't befriend. In your village, people don't.
But no, Terry, I will answer your question very well. Let it finish. Yeah.
So to be very frank with you, I don't know. If you bring in sympathy into the profession, we're not going to get anything out of it. You should have pushed that man to the wall, left and right, all the four corners, and let us be educated about the road business. You see, but a mass of us were very disappointed. Moreover, you escaped the interview. I mean, that was wrong.
Can I come in 1 second, please?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Mr. Perry, yes, a point. When it comes to the covert operation, we are using the security need in our country that would dismerse the ability and the integrity of that security, because past government, present government, had used the need of covert operation or taking money security and say, "Oh, we need $2 million, we need $4 million," and this security, every now and then, the security need appear. It began to lose the credibility, or it began to lose the citizen trust within our security system, especially when monies are going to the place and there's nothing result is coming out. So it is time for us to start thinking. Every now and then we use it, security need, in the need of security, in the need of security. You know, it is not professional. It is about time for us to start thinking the direction. I think it's about the time the senator and the legislature themselves to question some of the people in authority, especially when it comes to the national security director or the national security advisor to the president. Where are they still every now and then security, we're using the money on a national security. So it's about time. Let them bring them over. It's not everything that we're going to do public hearing. Can let's do Let them do a briefing. The chairman for intelligence defense, let them do a briefing. Not everything we're going to go in the public, but I mean, it began around up every now and then. About 3 governments now we're going to see over $2 million or $4 million. It's diminishing the need of the security. We're crying too much wolf. On the day the wolf comes, we'll not be able to handle it.
Okay.
So you think that whole covert thing was Vlad or what?
Well, I don't know, but I'm just saying, because every now and then, $2 million from George Weah administration, now coming to the present administration, money has been spent on covert operation, and this money, and every now and then we're taking the money, and I mean, it's something for us to do reassessment.
Mr. Bacon, I think that hearsay issue here. Let's move on.
You agree with it? Hearsay?
That hearsay.
Oh,
Mr. Collins, not hearsay.
It's almost time. Bring up to speak. What's the latest? The president, everything stands still for the Ocean State. Any change in protocol?
No, all is well. I'll tell you, we can't tell what's going to happen for now. From what I'm hearing or what I know for now, yes, the president going to be here. We'll pray, we'll keep our finger crossed. All is well.
Okay, we just want to.
So from November 2nd, all roads lead to Rhode Island. Just take 95 north, you'll be coming to Rhode Island.
Mm-hmm.
Or 95 south from those that are coming from Maine. Just take 95, bring it straight to Rhode Island.
Okay, we'll see. Okay, guys, it's all right.
I'll get another guest. I'll try to make arrangement. One of the to come on the show. Let me do all the backgrounds set up first. Then I will brief you on if they agree for them to come on the show.
Okay, I want to come co-host and my secretary. We will.
No. It's my responsibility to make the introduction, and that's my responsibility.
We're all gonna be on that show. Yeah, you and.
You're not going to tell who.
Not just you and who, you know who.
Okay, you don't listen to this before we go, folks. Terry?
Huh?
Come on, listen to it.
No, man. What?
CEO, blast the thing.
That one.
I said blast it.
Who want to listen to it?
You are very agitated.
CEO, you want surrender?
The only thing I got to tell
surrender to?
I don't want to release it.
Mr. So, Labor need to understand where I got problem with him is the opportunity he had yesterday was not for him. It was to inform the Liberian people. There are millions, there are hundreds of thousands of people listening to that radio station. That radio station go across the country.
That's it.
And based upon your expose and your information, it would have checkmate the guy, and he would have been compelled to call you because he know you on LBS and you will always be there. And there's a possibility you can still provide information. So my recommendation to you from tonight, do not miss that opportunity again when it comes around.
He will be back. He will be back.
Don't miss it again because thousands of people listening to you. I'm not telling you to go giving asking technical questions, but the overall was 22 million able to do the job. Asking some technical questions in regards to the process. That's all. Administrative questions. I know you're good at that, and I know you can ask those kind of questions.
Mr. Collins.
That's my own thing. And Mr. I think, Collins,
you expect a patriot to ask another patriot on patriotic question? You expect that?
Oh, my God.
I think that was what gave him the opportunity for.
It will not happen.
I think that what God gave him the opportunity for.
But just what you said, a lot of people were watching. That's the point right there. But one thing I like about Lpr, he's a very sincere, committed, diehard. You can't challenge another Petra. It can't happen.
Okay, guys. Let's do it. Lpr, what are we going with tonight?
Well, I think our folks over in the radio land will appreciate that you came on with your analysts and talk about the usual thing, Liberia. And I think we did a wonderful job giving other people a headache. They're taking their tablet and things like that. We did a wonderful job where other people are very happy about us tonight. So that's the usual LPR platform, and we're glad to be here again tonight, Mr. So. But what I want to say, Monday we will be on. Terry, I just want to, Mr. So, please just give me 1 minute if you don't mind. Terry, let me say this again. And I understand you and Dr. Madi fighting spirit. It's good to do that. Now, if I were to come in and start saying, okay, we talk about policy issue and what have you, that's fine. But if I start bringing in some technical engineering, technical stuff that I myself can come out here to explain to you, he doesn't have the ability to explain. And then that will lead me to, because if I ask him one technical question and he's not able to explain effectively, I'm going to have to now go to the second one by exposing. And I don't think that's what we want to do. I don't agree with this minister on many things, but he's serving as our minister. And let's give it to him. He's not an engineer. He's a manager. He's managing the process. Now, I hope next time we will be able to have the technical person, and then perhaps you will see what it is. Because if he will answer question, even if he's not correct, but he'll make some reference to some of the technical stuff that I have to talk about. So I understand your fighting spirit, but sometimes when you go to these positions, you have to understand who you're facing. He's smart. The minister is very smart, but he's not an engineer. And it wasn't my intent to go over there and try to embarrass him. That just would be unfair. It's like me showing off. Okay. So I understand your fighting spirit, and I agree with you. There are many people that are watching. Perhaps if we were to do that, they would know the weakness of the ministry itself. But he's not a technical person. And that was that has always been my position. But thank you very much.
Okay, guys. Let me see. Cody will start. Yeah, these guys cause a lot of distraction. We didn't open the phone line. Subsequently, in subsequent edition, we'll open the phone line. It's my apology. Okay, Terry.
Yeah. So my final word, Mr. Lpr, even though I hear you and I know your heart, you are a very good man. I want to believe that, and because I've seen it. But my recommendation still stand. I don't intend for you to expose him, but I also intend for you to expose his weaknesses to him so he can learn and make the reputable correction. Lastly, I think the how you call it, the United Party have just made themselves to look. The United Party did not do well in recent time. The September 17th, I thought that would have been a historical day in the Republic of Liberia. After that was a historical day when the people walked in the Pupu water to bring Honorable Boka to the Lamb's light. But the only thing I saw from our people was just posting small things on social media to thank the people on social media. I thought that was a disrespect to those people who stood up in the ring on that particular day. That day was not highlighted at all. It also brings to mind that is the Unity Party not having the confidence in herself that she don't feel that she can raise that number again. I thought that that was a missed opportunity too for the Unity Party to test the waters and see where do we stand from now since post elections. Where do we stand? What is our place politically? What is the atmosphere that we have? How many people do we have supporting us? I thought even if they had not have a program, but they could have scheduled a program. They say, okay, when the old men return home, we will have a major program wherein to celebrate the September 17th. But I thought that was you see, right now CDC is happy because they feel that Unity Party have dropped political relevance because they did not celebrate that particular day. You could have had small thing to your party headquarters. You don't have to pull that number again. That was political season. You could have had something to the party headquarters and call your partisans, all right, together. That was the best time to pull your people together and say something. The president don't have to be there. But what did the party do for the people to commemorate September 17? What did they do? I felt that was a gross disrespect to the people who went all out for you and you got elected. I thought they did not do well and they lost an opportunity. I think they need to do better. Otherwise, it's not going to look good for them coming years. Thank you very much for the show.
Jerry Boshim-Bakon.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't spend too much time on the budget today, but I think there are a lot of things going on with the budget. I mean, it's heartbroken to see our legislature, senator, getting $45,000 for a car, sitting fee, $150,000, $1 million sitting fee, whatever figure you want to throw out there. But yet, look at the police. You're supposed to get 1,200 police or 2,000 police or whatever. They're only able to get 1,200. That's education. They take money from education. They take money from health. The three areas. One of the most sensitive. I'm not saying the rest of the places are not important. Health, they took money from there. Education, they took money from there. Security, they took money from there. Where are we? Where are we? And the sitting senator, they get sitting fee. They get $140,000. And yet we are still taking money in the area here. Folks, let's be serious to our country. We need to be sincere to our country. Let us not do it as an individual. Let us do it for the sake of the country. That's what I want to say tonight. It's our country. If we don't do it for our country, nobody's going to do it. We're borrowing money here, borrowing money here. But when the money comes, it's just like you're taking a net to the creek. As it comes, it just drop out. So it is time for us, we to start looking in the mirror ourselves. Who are we? Who are we? Look at the country. Like what Terry just said. Look, that's it, so anyway. What if we cross that place? Instead, the sea have not changed. So thank you. Let's keep the fight. Don't give up.
Okay, let me come to the co-host, the most sophisticated guy.
Oh Lord. Yeah, you gotta every time you gotta input an emphasis on anything. Co-host.
What's the problem? When the writer call you co-host, who can talk?
No, you want to raise your hand on a Friday and say you never inquired?
Mr. So, just close the show so we go to bed, please.
Yes.
Are you guys ready to listen to Dr. Mali now?
No, not tonight.
Too bad you gotta do it. Okay, let's bring the most independent mind.
There we go.
Who looks at things from different dimensions, regardless of our people. You know, I was listening in one of my favorite channel, the Channels Television, Nigeria. Yeah, it's on YouTube.
NPR, your favorite channel again. I'll go to Nigeria.
I'm talking something. You listen to different outlets. I'm talking about. For us here, the Dr. Mali, myself, we say it to help society. people to see the daylight from
So
night
they need no help from what
and
society
make
you're able
informed
to help.
decisions, not necessarily to offend people, but to speak truth to the power. And I like how you put it here tonight, because this liberal, he screamed and was whining, baby crying here. If I meet that man or do, I didn't even know social lyrics you are putting down, social making it talk, you are talking, we are not exposing here. He confess, he want people. It's not a matter of making people to feel bad. These people must be, who must look in you. That's not insult. You were saying insulting him. You was intellectually engaging with him to see where he coming from. But guess what? When you disarm yourself, then when you come here, you want to get shot up. Please, let's listen to Dr. Mali before we go home.
Well, thank you, CEO. I think bulk of this issue lie directly on the shoulder of His Excellency.
Right.
His Excellency served as a vice president, and he oversees the Senate for all those years. He knows exactly what's going on in there, right? He know how the guy inflate things. They get themselves whole extra money, like what Mr. Barker was saying. I mean, looking at the so many other sector in our country. People don't even have clean water to drink, but yet the people carry their money up because they're representing you. So it's like this is a very long-term thing going. It's not just our business. And His Excellency is not a stranger to what's going on in the house. He's not a stranger. All right. But the question now is he ready to speak against some of these things? To let people come first. To say, Lord, legislature, it's about time that the people come first, we come last. Is His Excellency prepared to even speak against some of these things or speak to these things? That is the question. All right. I agree. We have separate branches of government. That's a separate branch. But they are dealing with something that is keeping people down. They are dealing with the money. All right. The people allowances, the type of allowances. Look at when the civil servant director decided he would carry hair count or all their employee down there. They almost buried this guy alive. What do you have to hide? What do you really have to hide? So I don't know how far we will go ahead with this fight. I don't know. Maybe we'll just speak to it most of the time. But here is the flip side. We are sitting down here today. I just want to bring this guy into the picture. Dylan. When Dylan came, he presented himself as the light, telling the Liberian people what's happening in our house. Not far too long, Dylan was consumed. Up to today, Dylan is no longer the light. He doesn't speak again. So I'm saying this to conclude that if for any reason one of us jump into that house, it's never easy to escape the temptation of money, especially the free money. It's never too easy. A laborer found himself as a deputy pro temp in a house. He may not even pick up my call anymore. All right? He may not pick up my call. And they will tell him, this is how it is here. You want to be John the Baptist, John the Baptizer? This is how we do it here. All right? But let's go to the public work minister. I'm beginning to get the feeling that even if His Excellency appear on the platform and labor are supposed to interview him, the nation and the people will lost. We will not get nothing. He will not ask you no question. And the Excellency will walk free on the platform. Are you?
Is there any other thing, Dr. Mala? Maybe
oh yeah, there's a one other thing.
Wow.
There's one other thing.
Good thing is Friday. Good thing is Friday.
When you are in charge, make use. My father always said, make use of anything you get your hand on. You don't know whether you will live for the next day. So we're gonna make use of this thing. I don't know what I'll come back on the platform again. So
you will, and we'll continue. You will come in again, but we will continue. Jeremy said we'll continue.
Oh, okay. Then I will just wait for the CEO. That's all about it. But here is the issue. This is to the security analysts. You see,
who, Mr. Bacon?
Yes, we all said time and again that the security situation in Liberia is volatile. Now the guy have decided to sophisticate this thing by telling you covert operation. They need millions of dollars. Now we are getting into the sky on this issue. I think the guy need more money, in fact, for covert issue for the protection of that country and His Excellency. So I think in my own mind, as an independent analyst, I think that money is small. Thank you.
Okay.
Cover.
Okay, guys. Thank you so much. Lpr, thank you so much. Mr. Bacon, Collins, thank you so much. And to all our followers, we apologize for not opening the phone.
Lpr, I will be here Monday. I will be here Tuesday.
And I will be here.
Wait a minute. It's a threat now. It's a threat that you're threatening that you're going to be here on Tuesday. Yeah.
You're not security analyst again now because you have company.
That got to pave the way for it because he want the road to be open. but you know, Lpr is always liberal, so I won't forget it.
Okay, guy. Who to the road? Bye-bye. Thank you so much. Okay, well, folks, that's how we're going to leave it this evening. Thank you so much for your time, Lester. Thank you so much. As usual, we are exposed to Lpr yet. I think Fatu going to get really headache tonight. Fatu, just get 1,002 milligrams and drink enough water. You'll be okay, all right? Cody, our sincere apologies for not opening the phone lines. Hopefully next time we'll do it. The Lpr took away. But we say thank you so much for always chipping in right here on LPR. Malabar as well. We are still pushing, talking to the Boyka folks. If they can grant us permission to have an exclusive with the president, that would be a great thing. We're still keeping our fingers crossed. Until then, have a pleasant evening. Bye-bye.